Okay, so in this video, we're going to be talking about getting your product converting. Okay, so in order to get your product converting, you need to understand what is stopping people from buying from you. Okay, it could be a number of things. It could be price. It could be the fact they don't have an active working relationship with you. It could be the target audience. You're talking to the wrong type of audience. It could be a belief on their part or yours. There could be a number of reasons why someone does not buy, but your job is to figure out why and optimize accordingly. Okay, the easiest way to do this is to get feedback and split test. Okay, so feedback obviously requires you to talk to your audience, but you can also split test and see what converts best. So for those that don't know, split testing is just simply creating two identical situations, pages in this case, and having one slight difference. Okay, this can be anything from wording, price, font size, color, positioning, anything. I'm not joking. You can go so far into split testing, it's crazy. Okay, and it sounds crazy to think that these things can make a difference, but it's been tested many times and proven that every single one of those can make a difference. You don't need to go crazy though, okay? Just focus on things like pricing, wording, and things like that. But just know that you can go as far as you want, okay? I just wouldn't do that until you have things set up and working, okay? So understand what is the standard conversion rate for each. And if someone hits your landing page and doesn't opt in, it could be a message to market mismatch. So when they landed on your page, it wasn't exactly what they was expecting. They had a perception in their head, or they come there because they read something and they come to your page, and it wasn't congruent with what they was expecting. So they didn't take action. It could be pricing. They've had one price in their head and it was way higher. They're just not ready to go down there yet. Okay. But it also could be that they're a freebie seeker, someone who wants things for free. Okay. So it's our job to figure out what these things are so we can then optimize accordingly. Now, you can learn by going into the data. The data will tell you typical things like your conversion rates. So how much traffic you're getting, how many of those have opted in, how many sales you made, yada yada. You can go as far as you want. But we need to understand why someone isn't taking action. And this is where we focus on split testing so we can understand like which one converts better. Then we can get a better understanding in regards to why our audience isn't actually taking action, and then we can optimize accordingly once we've got the data to show is exactly what is not working. So in short, don't assume. Okay, the worst thing you can do, so if we go down the paid ads analogy, most people will set up an ad, they will run an ad, and then they will turn it off because it hasn't converted. And I've spoke to actually business owners who've told me they will never use paid ads because they tried once and it didn't work, so they will never touch it again. But you need to understand that we're just taking an educated guess in regards to what we think that they're going to respond to, but we still need to learn, okay? Because nothing is set in stone. It's not a set and forget thing. So we need to put content out there, whether it be paid or otherwise. Then we need to test it with a particular audience, and then we need to find out if that works. And if it doesn't, we need to understand why, and then we need to go back again and repeat the process until we've got things dialed in, know exactly what's working, what's not, and then that's when we get to a point where once we've got things converting and we've got things where we want it to be, that's when we go to scale. But don't think that just because something didn't work that it won't work. Okay, don't go down that rabbit hole. I've been there many times before. I definitely wouldn't encourage you to do it. Okay, but I'm I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here. Don't do that. Okay, so basically just go back and just understand what didn't work, figure it out, and then go again. And if you need my help, that's what I'm here for. I want to help you get this thing working. Okay, I've said this many times and I will still continue to say it many times. I am not one of these people who just wants to sell you a product and they go, right, off you go, I've made my money, see you later. I'm not one of those people. I want to help you get the result I promised you, and I want to help you get it result with this course. Okay, so reach out to me if something doesn't work. We will sit down, we'll figure it out, and we will get things working, and we'll get you the results you want, and we'll get your business to where it needs to be. Okay, so hope you found this video useful. and I'll see you on the next one.